Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.
What up? What up? What up?
No Lauren Leal this time.
Well, I know, but I can't really change. Like, I guess we could do a voiceover without her.
Or like we mute it when it says her name when she's not here.
Jeff Michael and Grant Miles.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, welcome to Sports with Ball, guys.
What
It's
up, everybody?
7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Sorry for the delay, but look, Monday Night Football and the NFL have just gone haywire this year. A game starting at 4 p.m.,
Yeah, all these games make it weird.
Just awkward, man. Awkward. But, yeah, we're here, man. We're here. We're at Chris's Tailgate live, 1504 Kirby. Sitting over here. We're about to order some food. Man, this food smells delicious.
Well, I told you, I smelled something a while ago. Delicious.
Woo, it's on.
Yeah, it smells. They got good food here, man.
Yeah, they do have great food. But
Great
listen, it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to get to a lot of stuff with you guys, man. How was your weekend? What happened?
Well, what happened? A lot of shit happened.
Should I mention the Cowboys already?
I mean, we're gonna get into it because I definitely have my things to say about the Cowboys and what they did. But yeah, no, weekend was great. Football's just not very much fun right now.
Not if you're a Cowboys fan, or I mean, even Texans fan. Like, look, Texans were.
Hey, I'd rather be the Texans right now.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, in power rankings on ESPN, Dallas is. I think they're 20, and you're in first place in your division.
That means we'll get it. That means absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah, I know.
That means
but
nothing.
We're gonna get into all that. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. The weekend was crazy with sports. And look, game 1 of the World Series is about to start here in a little bit. So
that's
we'll
crazy. World Series.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it.
No Astros.
No Astros. Hey, man, they made a valiant effort.
Dude, they did. The Astros did great, man. I wasn't like a lot of people were hating on them, and I don't know why. I was like, dude, they lost. If they would have had Justin Verlander, that series would have been over.
Well, look, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying a valiant effort. They had no business winning that Game 6.
No Carlos
business.
Correa hitting the home run was fantastic. Like, look at the excitement that it caused. And at the end of the day, I mean, honestly, you've got the best team in the National League going against the best team in the American League.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what you want.
That's
I mean, it's not what you want if you're an Astros fan, obviously, but if you're a baseball fan, you want to see the best team against the best team.
Yeah,
that's
if you're
just what you
sports
want.
in general, I mean, am I going to watch it every inning? No.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Tonight's we'll get into it in a second, but
Yeah.
before we get going, we'll get into the 2-minute drill. We do not have Lauren Leal here with us tonight.
No,
she
we
had
do not.
prior obligations.
But stay watching. But stay watching.
Sorry,
I know Lauren's not here.
We're
but-
not as good looking.
Yeah,
as
I know
Lauren.
Lauren's not here, but stay on. We'll try our best to entertain you as best we can without Lauren around.
Yeah, we could do some entertaining stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a shot right in the middle of the show.
That would be fantastic.
Maybe 2 of them.
Well, you've already done one.
I did do one.
You already kicked it off.
I had to loosen up, man. Loosen up.
But yeah, please stay on. Just because Lauren's not here.
Yep.
We'll still entertain
Thank you guys for watching. Jane Tolley, Thomas Quinlan, Teresa. I know you guys are on there. I appreciate you.
Share it.
Let's get into the 2-minute drill brought to you by Joe Applewhite, Joe Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. This actually has this is kind of funny because this is kind of the reason that Lauren's not here right now is Joe.
Well, yeah, for real. Yeah, Joe Applewhite.
Joe, if you're
Thanks,
looking for
Joe.
a place, yeah, thanks, Joe. I sold Lauren a house, and now she's moving.
Yeah.
Golly. 713-291-5270. The best realtor that I know, and obviously look up his credentials, man. He's unbelievable. Looking for a place to move in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, anywhere in Texas. This guy is flat out amazing. Joe Applewhite and Joe Applewhite Realty, making the impossible possible. I can't do that little dot com.
You don't want. No,
what
you can't do it.
What did I do? .com.
Yeah, don't do it. What's crazy is you do that too well.
No.
That's what's scary about that.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, anyways, 2-minute drill. One of the most interesting things that I looked up this week was Tim Tebow. I don't know if anybody caught this. Tim Tebow and a friend of his, it's a senator or something, got a $100 million grant to fight human trafficking.
Yeah.
And if you already knew that Tim Tebow was a good guy, this is like this dude as a human being is absolutely incredible.
What's funny about Tim Tebow, and I'll give Tim Tebow credit where credit's due. When you have guys like this that are on this kind of platform that have this message that they do, you know, God and and all that stuff, you normally kind of wait for the shoe to drop.
Yeah,
like
something's
comes
gonna go wrong.
up
Yeah.
where you hear something in his history that makes you question whatever. He's been in the spotlight since senior in high school.
Yep.
And I've never heard of anything about that guy other than good stuff.
Other than great stuff, man.
Yeah.
He seems like it's just a stand-up guy, man. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing and getting this grant for $100 million to fight it. Between all the things that are going on right now, for him to do something like this, it's Tim Tebow-ish.
Yeah, I mean it's what, and that's the thing is like, and that's why I say for Tim Tebow, if anybody else and that's a current big time popular athlete would have done this would have been front page news.
Yes.
I didn't even know about this until you told me.
Yeah, what if LeBron James did
if
something
LeBron
like
James
this?
did this,
All over everywhere.
this would
Twitter,
be-
ESPN, nonstop.
he would have had like a decision kind of show for
the decision
for this.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I would, if you don't know, go to I'm on it right now, timtebowfoundation.org. It's got an overview of what he's doing. It's estimated as many as 40 million people in the world today are being bought and sold as modern-day slaves, and he's trying to do his best to fix that. So.
That's insane. Good for you, Tim Tebow.
Yeah, good job, Tim.
Absolutely fantastic job, man. Fantastic.
You can't throw a tight spiral, but you can fix the world, hopefully.
Hey, look, that one game against the Steelers, right? I mean, the
Yes.
playoff game against the Steelers in Denver, one of the best, gave Denverites one of the best games they've ever had in their
I mean, that
in their
was,
history.
if I was Tim Tebow after that game, I would have just retired.
Just retired. We're done.
Just gone out like that.
He's doing a great thing. Good for
Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on, speaking of quarterbacks in the NFL, Tua Tagovailoa, bro. Finally, we'll get into this in a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's starting on Sunday. He played 2 series at the end of the game, and if y'all follow us on Facebook, I posted right at the end of the first quarter, that you might see some Tua action today because my man Fitzpatrick was doing awesome.
Yeah.
And sure enough, at the end of the game,
Hall of Famer. Ryan Fitzpatrick,
the Hall of Famer
is what you say.
Yeah, that's not exactly how I said it.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
like
is.
you would go back and look at the episodes. It's not exactly how I said that.
Okay.
But anyways,
Yes.
they
anyway.
might need to have a category for him. But Fitzpatrick was doing amazing. Dolphins were killing him. Obviously, the Jets. Golly, bro. Can't. So
I would say this: if you're betting money on games, bet against the Jets. You will make money.
Unreal. I just. It's almost like they don't want to score.
They don't.
It's crazy.
They don't.
So Tua Tagovailoa is going to be starting this Sunday, and I'm torn in between whether it's okay for him to start because I want to see him, or they're 3-3 and they're in the middle of things. Why would you throw him out there right now?
Well, and I have all kinds of questions about it. And is that something we want to get into that right now, or do we want to save it?
We can wait. We
Okay.
can wait.
All right.
But Tua might be starting. Big news because obviously the future of the Dolphins franchise.
Yeah.
The next one is where we're at right now. Christian's tailgate. They're about to put on the game. World Series Game 1 starts tonight. LA Dodgers versus Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay beat the Houston Astros Game 7, and LA beat the Atlanta Braves coming back from 3-1 down.
3-1.
Houston Astros came back from 3-0 to force Game 7. Dodgers come back from 3-1 to force Game 7.
Yeah.
I know not a lot of people are watching baseball, but this was interesting baseball.
Absolutely.
And this is the best team in the American League facing the best team in the National League all year long, so you kind of want this.
Yeah, it's number 1 against number 1. First team in the American League versus first team in the National League.
Yep.
So, yeah. Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I mean, this is what you want. You're a baseball fan, this is what you want. But, yes, man, how about Atlanta sports fans?
Did you see all the memes? All the memes about
tell you what.
about Atlanta, like the Super Bowl memes, and then comparing it to the coming back 3-1, like you know.
Of course, the Falcons are actually in the Super Bowl.
What's worse, Atlanta
Braves-
fan or a Cowboys fan?
Of course, we got to get. See, I'm trying to move on. You know, I'm trying to talk baseball here, and you got to bring that up.
Thanks, Dan. And we're doing a great job. I appreciate that, Jane. Freddie, thanks for watching.
Absolutely, share it. Let people know.
Usually we be in on a Monday night, man. And again, it's because of this Monday night football craziness that the NFL has going on. But We're going to try to be as entertaining as possible. We know
Maybe
Miss
not as
Lauren-
entertaining as Dan.
No,
That
Dan.
dude's entertaining.
Have
as
you
shit.
seen his stuff?
It's fun.
Dan's killing it now, man. Dan, he just started a new
Yeah.
show in L.A., man, after living in his car for, 200 and something days?
Yeah.
Dan, if you can hear us and you're there, dude, call in. I'd love to hear some funny stuff from Dan for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need a call in today.
Yes.
Dan, if you're out there, call in. Call
Holla.
my phone. Let's holler at you for a minute.
Yeah.
But, to go off of Atlanta
Yeah.
and them losing and the Astros losing, I mean, but it was solid baseball. Like it was great baseball to watch. I would have loved to see L.A. Atlanta. I mean, not L.A. Atlanta, L.A. Houston.
Yeah.
Because of the rivalry and all the talking and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It would have been fun. It would have been fun to see them. But you had the two best teams going at it. You said this before we started. What do you think? What
So are we
pitching
gonna
or
get-
hitting?
are we
Yeah.
gonna-
We'll start
okay.
off with MLB. We'll start off with
we'll
this
do
because the
MLB,
game's about
yeah.
to start. Let's just go
Yeah.
ahead and get into this.
Yeah.
Like you got Glasnow going against Kershaw tonight.
Correct, yes,
Right.
yes.
So what are you thinking? Because this is your argument a lot of times. Is it hitting or pitching that's going to win this World Series?
Yeah, when we did our baseball preview at the beginning of the year, we kind of got off on a tangent a little bit about Garrett Cole or Mookie Betts, $300 million. Like, which one are you
Mookie
gonna
Betts'
go?
defense in that NLCS.
But-
Whoa.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point about that. And my boy Austin, he and I were talking about this today. You got to go Mookie, and it's just because he's an everyday player. He impacts games like that. But yes, you are going to have your choice. You're going to have what you want to decide right here of, does pitching win World Series or does hitting win World Series? You're gonna
And
have-
I'm with Lauren. I think pitching.
You're going to have Tampa Bay, one of the best pitching staffs, and I'm not going to say pitchers because they have a bunch of them. They have a bunch of guys that contribute, and then they have one of the best hitting teams at least in the major leagues this year, but especially right now in the playoffs, in the Dodgers. I just think the Dodgers are going to have a little bit more of an edge because Tampa Bay's tops in pitching, but down towards the middle or the bottom as far as hitting goes.
Yep.
I mean, they were out hit against the Astros, surprisingly, when you look at OPS.
No, look at
and you
game 1 and 2,
average.
10 hits, 9 hits, and they just couldn't get the runs across. Like, look, the Astros beat themselves, right? Yuli Gurriel was under 100 in hitting for the whole series. I think
Yeah.
it was at like 90.090, like, and hit into I think
Yeah.
5 or 6 double plays in crucial positions.
Yeah.
So the Astros kind of beat themselves in that. I mean, the ball never lies, is I love to say, and whatever. Like, look, you do have, again, best team in the National League going against the best team in the American League. So that, I mean, is this the series that people wanted to see? I doubt it. Like, as far as like
Well,
nationally,
yeah,
who wants to see
nationally,
LA back again? You know, we already just had the Lakers win the world title in basketball
Yeah.
or the Disney championship.
Yeah.
So now you got LA. God, please don't win.
Well, they were, they wanted that. I'm sure MLB wanted to have the Dodgers and the Yankees. I'm sure that would have been,
Yeah, of course.
as far as all eyes on it, that would have been the higher. But if you're a baseball purist, which you like to be,
Yep.
you want to see the best American League team against the best National League team, and that's what we got.
And this first game, you got the best pitchers. Now, has Kershaw been fantastic in the playoffs? No. It's been noted over every single one of his starts how he just falls apart. Like he does. He reminds me of McCullers. Like,
Yeah.
just falling apart at crucial times. And we're going to find out here in a little bit.
I mean, Kershaw had a pretty good regular season, 6-2, 2.16 ERA.
Yeah.
He kind of struggled a little bit in the playoffs. The biggest thing that's going to be interesting here, Tyler Glasnow, he has no history against the Dodgers. Never pitched against the Dodgers at all, so this will be interesting to see. Kershaw's actually pitched twice.
Hold on. I think we got Dan calling in. See if we can pull him up on the – I need to hook him up to the Roadcaster. I need to hook him up on the road. Is it on now? Hold on, Dan. We'll get you in here in a second. But, yeah, I mean –
But, yeah, you've got Kershaw with a history against the Tampa Bay Rays, and he's 2-0. So, this is time. I want the Dodgers to win the World Series. I will say that. I know I'm going to make some people mad that want to hate on the Dodgers.
All right.
But I'd like to see the Dodgers win the World Series because I'd like to see Clayton Kershaw win a World Series. I think Clayton Kershaw is too good a pitcher, has too good of a resume to go out in his career without one. And that's really the only reason why I say that is for Clayton Kershaw. If Clayton Kershaw wasn't on the team, I wouldn't be pulling for the Dodgers. I'm just pulling for the Dodgers because I want him to win one.
yeah?
Yes.
I mean, Dan's in L.A. Let's see if we can get him back on the phone. Dan, you there?
Yeah, mate. How you doing?
Ah, what's up, Big Dan?
Hey, what's up, Dan? How you doing, man?
I always love it when Dan
Doing
calls
great,
in.
mate.
Hey, man. Welcome onto the show, Sports with Balls. Welcome in Aussie Dan Green from L.A. with his new show. Man, first of all, before we get into this L.A. stuff, what's going on with your new show, dude?
Mate, G'day from LA launched yesterday, and it's doing great, mate. It's basically a show put together by Australians living in America for Australians living in America, and it's actually it's working out really well.
Oh, dude. Tell us where we can find it.
You can find G'day from LA on Instagram at G'day. It's 3 A's because you get the big G'day. That's the Australian way of reconnecting with friends. You don't get a little G'day, you get a G'day.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's 3 A's G'day from LA at Instagram. I'm also working on a new thing called Me and My Two Mates, which goes live on Facebook in about 10 days as well. It's going to be a new comedy show online.
So last time we talked, you were getting a place. Did you move out of the car? You lived in your car for 213 days or something like that.
I live at the Laugh Factory now. The Laugh Factory.
Wow.
The Laugh Factory in LA has the owners there have a small apartment building across the street, and I've been blessed enough to get one of the apartments across the street from one of the biggest comedy clubs in the world.
Awesome. Congratulations for that. Well, all right, well, let's get into some sports. Did you watch – first of all, I don't know if you want to hammer on Grant, but did you watch the Cowboys fail this weekend?
So are we really doing that? We're really doing that. We're already doing it. Okay. All right. Let's do it. I'm down. Come on.
It was the Cowboys on a Monday night. I actually missed the game because I just presumed they were going to shit the bed the whole time. So,
Well,
I mean,
that's fine.
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to dog on the Cowboys. It's just
That's all right. They've earned it. They've earned it.
They had the ginger with no soul at quarterback, man. I was like, there's no way it's going to pull us off.
You know what? I'm going to go off a little bit on Andy Dalton. May be the reddest redhead I've ever seen in my life.
He's up there.
I mean, that cat, his hair and eyebrows are on fire, bro.
I told you that I predicted he would do better. I thought he'd do well.
Well,
he did not.
His head and eyebrows were on fire. His arm was not.
Did you watch the game, every series? The first series, he was off. He overthrew. It was nuts.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
obviously you had – we'll get into it a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We'll do it. But, yeah, that's the reddest red hair guy.
Since you're in L.A., how's L.A. doing with L.A.? The Lakers win the World Championship, and now Dodgers are in the World Series.
Well, the Lakers won, and they didn't burn the place to the ground, which was nice.
Yeah, that's how we isn't that where it is now, Dan? That's something positive. Like, okay, we didn't completely burn the city down, so we're working on a curve here.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, I don't think there's anything left to burn. I think it's basically we're out of fuel.
Listen, so if y'all are listening, do not burn the Laugh Factory down. Dan has got to have a place to live.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're good. Trust me, we're good up here. We've had good relationships with everybody protesting up here. We're all right. But it's funny, man. The Dodgers. I still can't wear a fucking Astros hat in this town because I'm worried I'm going to get punched in the face. So I mean,
hey, look, make for a good show.
Well, yeah, man, but I already look like I've been punched in the face. I don't need to push on that. I had a casting agent tell me about 2 months ago. He said, you look like the guy that James Bond kicks the shit out of before he gets to the last one.
Jesus.
There you go.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah. I asked him, I said, is this an intervention or is this you doing this? He goes, oh, no, you're just a niche. And I went, all right. That's why him saying I'm an ugly bastard. That's okay.
Yeah. You could just said you don't like my look, dude. All right, you have to do all that.
Ozzy Dan joining us from L.A., live from L.A. We got Ozzy Dan joining us, talking a little bit about L.A. sports and whatnot.
I do have a question though, in regard to Andy Dalton.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't know that many gingers. I mean, does the carpet match the drapes? I mean, is he a firecracker?
How are we supposed to know that?
You know what? I would love to see.
I've got a Gatorade in front of me. Does his balls look like the top of a Gatorade bottle?
I would love to see Erin Andrews at the end of the game when she's interviewing him. Just ask some serious sports question and then just hit him with that.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Well, here's a question, Dan. Do you think he'd answer it?
Well, I don't know, man. Probably not. But Monday night, man, I think on Monday night he'd be obliged.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I want to know, if he'd answer it, if he just go
Monday
to the next
night
question.
he might have been on point with that. I mean,
Yeah.
look, he didn't
I
do
think
much
that's
else,
some-
so a good interview would have been nice.
Yeah.
That's the kind of question that only John Madden could get away with, I think.
Yes. Yeah. That would have been great.
Man, wish
Yeah.
we had that guy
Yeah.
back on television.
Absolutely.
But hey, tell us again where they can find your new show, Dan. So this is Dan
Mate.
Green from Aussie Dan from LA joining us live. He's got a brand new show coming out. So Dan, tell us where we can find it.
Mate, you can find it basically right now. We can find us on Instagram at GDAAAY from LA.com. G'day from LA. And you can find us on Facebook at G'day from LA as well.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you joining us. Thanks for calling in, Dan.
Yeah,
You're the
Dan,
man.
thanks,
Mate,
man.
you guys are
we'll
all,
have
you
to
guys
see.
are awesome. Keep on crushing sports with balls, man. It's the only place I go to get my sports information.
That's sweet,
You
dude.
got it.
Thanks, man.
Love you, D. Be careful out there.
All right, man.
See you. Love you, fellas. Bye.
Later. Aussie Dan, dude. Great.
That dude's funny, man.
He's awesome.
That dude needs something to do.
Well, I mean, he's got
He's
that
got all these things that he's doing, man. That dude's busy.
I know, man. And, like right when he can't. This is a true story. Right when he was moving to LA, he came to my house, had his car packed and everything. He was like, "Man, I'm moving to LA." I said, "Okay, well, cool." And he's like, "No, like I'm driving. This that's it. I have nowhere to stay, no nothing." And he
Yeah.
stayed in his car for 200 something days until he, got everything going. And because our show and where he started about the same time as when we kicked off.
Yeah.
And so it's great to see his his progression and everything. Man,
Yeah.
Aussie Dan's awesome. So look him up. Look
Yep.
him up on his new show.
Yeah.
We were getting to the World Series,
Yes.
and before we get off the World Series, what's your prediction on this one?
I just think the Dodgers are too talented. I think Dodgers are too talented at the plate. I think they're too talented on the mound. They are at a point where I think it's their time to win this thing. I just do. When you look at all the numbers, you look at the stats.
If you're a Dodgers fan, you better hope so. This is getting ridiculous.
they are at a point where it's time. I mean, up and down the roster, they're more talented than the Rays are. On the mound, in the dugout, I mean, they're loaded, and they should win this. And I would predict probably 4-2 as far as the series. I think
LA
it'll
in
go a
6.
little bit. I think LA will go. I think Rays will win a couple games, but I'd say Dodgers 4-2. Wouldn't be shocked if it was 4-1.
It's funny because I haven't thought about this too much as far as the prediction on who's going to win.
Yeah.
Like I just haven't.
Yeah.
If I had to, for some reason, Teams of Destiny really catch me.
Yes.
And I think that the Tampa Bay Rays are a team of destiny. Like,
Yeah, I can see
so
that.
many things have had to happen in order for them to get to where they're at.
Yeah, I can see
it's
that.
unbelievable the amount of things that had to happen. And it's not like they won because they were just out there out bashing the Astros. They weren't.
Right.
Astros were out hitting them.
Yes.
Dude, every ball hit with the Astros, they were in the right place.
Right.
Every single time. That third baseman didn't make one error. Like,
Right.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
all over it. I just think the Tampa Bay Rays, and this is going to really eat up Dodger fans, man, if they lose another World Series, man.
This will be
oh, my
this will be
gosh.
like Buffalo Bills kind of
Yeah, it'll be
failure.
right up there with the,
Yes.
the teams that were just absolutely flat out phenomenal
Yeah.
that failed to close the deal.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be, yes. I mean, when you look at the numbers from the series, the ALCS, Tampa and Astros, I mean, Tampa had no reason winning that game.
Zero.
Just as far as when all the numbers come
Yeah,
down
if you
to
looked
it.
at just the stats and didn't look at the score, you're like, oh, Houston won, easy.
I mean, Houston was better as far as OPS. They were better as far as batting average. They were better in all the things that counted except the runs.
The runs. Yep.
And that's, that's what matters. But, yeah, I mean, look, if the Tampa Bay Rays win the World Series, I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with that. I'm just saying my preference, if I had a preference, it's only for Clayton Kershaw. That's the only
Clayton
reason.
Kershaw's on it.
Clayton Kershaw is the reason why I like to see the Dodgers win the World Series. I don't want to see LA win something else. No, I don't.
No, dude.
I don't like it
so
when
annoying.
I don't
man.
like when LA wins anything. But Clayton Kershaw, Texas boy, Dallas boy, even though he went to Highland Park, I would,
Baby, look,
Yeah.
I mean, I was born in Highland Park.
I
You
know.
still you
Yeah.
love Dallas, but you hate Highland Park, which is kind of
Yes.
understandable. There's people in Houston that love Houston but hate Memorial or River Oaks. We get it.
people
Like,
that I went to school with, they know why.
got it. Dan just posted for you. For those of y'all listening and those of y'all going to see, Dan just posted where you can find his acts now and his new show right on our Facebook Live. On our Facebook Live post. So
Yes, sir.
go check it out. Go check it out.
Yes,
Dan's
sir.
Dan's an
Well, here's-
hysterical human being.
I'll ask you one more thing about the MVP. So you've got LA Dodgers, obviously the favorite in this. MVP contenders. What's your thought on MVP contender?
I always, if I'm gonna bet, give me a long shot.
Your favorite's Cody Bellinger or Corey Seager. Those are your
Why
favorites.
is Cody Bellinger the favorite?
'Cause
He's
Corey-
been
Corey Bellinger-
terrible.
No,
He hit one home run, and obviously it was the biggest one, but throughout the playoffs, man, he's been a disaster.
Well, I think. Well, it is shocking because Seager had a great series against
Corey
the Braves.
Seager's
But
he's
he's
been great.
tied. They both have the same odds as far as according to Vegas Insider. They both have the same odds at plus 800.
Where's Kershaw?
Kershaw's third, plus
Third.
900.
Yeah, because if he wins tonight and then goes out and wins again, he will be the MVP.
I mean, if he wins one game and if he wins two,
He's
and
gonna
the
have to start
Dodgers,
two. That's what I'm saying. He starts 2 games
Yes.
and wins them both and does a great job. He's MVP.
Absolutely. But your long shots, I mean, your long shots go all the way down. The one I like as far as a long shot that would be interesting, I could see somebody like a G-Man Choi.
I was about to say Choi. If he just connects on a couple of home runs in
Yes.
key situations, you bet $100 on it. What's it?
Plus 5,000.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Yeah, I would go with something like that.
Yeah, I mean that would be
why not?
That would be amazing. Or you
Why
got a
not?
guy like Charlie Morton plus 2,000.
Where's
So-
Mookie Betts?
Mookie. Where's Mookie?
No, he's right below Kershaw.
He's tied with Kershaw.
Yeah,
plus
so
900.
it's all Dodgers. Well, who's the
Yeah.
first Tampa Bay Ray?
First Ray is Randy or is Ariana or
Oh.
Azarina.
Oh, dude, that guy. He's phenomenal. He killed the Astros.
Yeah, he was an Astros destroyer.
Dude,
man.
it was unbelievable. Why did we even pitch to that guy? I had no clue why after game 4, just stop pitching to that guy.
Yeah.
Stop it. Anyways, we'll move on and we'll get to everybody's favorite sport, the NFL. Woo!
What a weekend, man.
I know you're not going to want to talk about it, so maybe
No. We can. I mean, we can talk about it. It's not like I got a divorce. So
Well, last week you were like, you text messaged one of your friends like, "Go Texans."
yeah, and I did it again this weekend.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get into it. Be America's team. Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott 2 fumbles. Andy Dalton way off. You have players coming out after the game saying the coaches aren't doing their job.
Yes.
But where's this team at? And and on top of that, they're number 1 in their division. Even though they're 2-4, they're in first place in their division.
Well, this is my irritation with Cowboys fans or just people. Like, please stop talking about the Cowboys being division leaders. Stop
Yeah,
talking about
I
it.
know. Well, it's just funny.
Don't talk about
People
it anymore.
are saying it just
well,
because
I know
it's
because
funny.
they're amazed by it, and
Yeah.
because the NFC East is absolutely terrible.
Sure.
But I do not care about a division. I don't. I want the Cowboys fans should want NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. That's all. If they can't do that, let's don't talk about
That's
it.
the expectation for Cowboys for sure.
Okay, so
Well,
they
especially with all the talent.
so they're in a division champion. They make it into the playoffs, and they get like crushed by the wild card team in the playoffs. Like they'll get destroyed.
So that's the Houston Texas thing.
They'll get destroyed.
Yeah.
It'll be embarrassing. Why even go into the playoffs if that's going to be the case? Like, I don't want to hear about it. But yes, the Cowboys are at a place where, honestly, I've never seen it like this. It's been a long time to where sometimes the Cowboys can be really good on one side of the ball. Now they're at a point which makes it really, really frustrating. With that going down, all the injuries they have on the offensive line, they're no good on either side of the ball.
It amazed me that Zeke lost two fumbles back to back in series. He hasn't done that, I don't know if ever, and he's usually very careful with the ball. It's crazy how things are falling apart for them. Like, it's so weird how
It's
all
just
the
one
expectations.
thing.
Yeah, you had the injury obviously to
Yes.
Dak. Now you got Zeke losing 2 fumbles. You've got
Yes.
Dalton that looks off. You got the players going against and this is McCarthy's first year as
Yeah.
their coach.
Yeah.
Do you throw in the towel?
For what do you mean throwing a towel?
Well, I
like give
mean-
up on the season?
Yeah. Do you just? I mean,
At this point, I don't think they have to purposely do that. I think they'll just
Do
lose
they?
football games anyway. I think they'll
I
just.
mean,
I
maybe.
think they'll show up on the field and they'll just lose football games anyway because the way they're playing right now. I mean, I don't know how many games they have to go through where they're down 14-0, just like that.
And I immediately said earlier, like right when this thing with Dak with the controversy on him being signing, who's going to be the leader of that team? And I believe that's what they lack. Who is their
Yes.
leader, man? Like
Yeah.
who? It just seems like, especially with the players coming out and saying that they are the coaches are basically saying the coaches suck. So there's got to
Yeah.
be a team leader that comes out in the locker room, and it doesn't seem like there's one. It really doesn't.
Yeah, that's and the other thing that was so frustrating about last night was they got beat like if you saw this score, 38-10, you would
Ooh.
just think right off the bat, oh, Kyler Murray must have gone off.
No.
Kyler Murray must have just thrown the ball over the field and killed
or
him.
Hopkins.
He completed 9 passes.
That's insane.
Kyler Murray completed 9
Wow.
passes for 188 yards.
Is there a button for that? Like,
Wow.
like-
Yes. He completed
Yeah.
9 passes for a total of 188 yards. That's it. They got beat by a guy that completed 9 passes. I mean,
that is. If you told me that somebody was playing the Cowboys and completed 9 passes, obviously, first of all, you're going to think they lost.
yes.
Second of all, if it was a game, it'd be 10-12 game, somewhere in there, whatever.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
31-10.
Here's your quarterback comparison. Andy Dalton was 34-54, 266 yards.
That's
and
that's
Kyler
okay.
Murray was 9-24 for 188.
9 of 24.
9 of 24.
Holy crap.
Correct. But he did rush for 74 yards and a touchdown, so he was killing them in different ways. And then, of course, Kenyon Drake, 164 yards. If you want to be, for the Arizona Cardinals, if you want to pad your stats, play the Cowboys.
Play the Cowboys.
If you want to pad your running stats, play the Cowboys, because they will allow you to do that.
Zeke said after the game it was his fault. Do you believe that
No
it was Zeke's
shit.
fault?
No shit. It's Zeke's fault.
All right.
I mean, he's not the sole person, but this is where Zeke Elliott, you wanted to be paid as a top running back in the NFL. You wanted that money.
And
You
Dak goes
sat
down.
out. You sat out for it.
Yep. And then
You got
Dak
it.
goes down. This is your team.
This is you, man.
And
Like,
then he does that in
this
the
is-
first game.
this is what you
yeah, thank you.
this is what you wanted. You wanted to be the guy. You wanted to be the lead dog in the NFL. You wanted to be a lead dog for the Dallas Cowboys. This is what you wanted. And you ran for 49 yards.
With 2 fumbles.
Zeke Elliott ran for 49 yards, fumbled it twice. Both those fumbles resulted in scores for the Arizona Cardinals.
Damn. Woo.
I mean, Zeke Elliott, it's time to
I think the
do
first
something.
one was on the 30-yard line, which gave them immediate almost
Correct,
red
yes.
zone opportunity.
Yes.
I didn't get to see the second one, but obviously two turnovers, and it's one thing to fumble and you get it back. Another thing, both times they get it back and score 14
Right.
points immediately. But 31-10, I can't put it all on Dak. I mean, all on Zeke.
No, Zeke's not the sole reason they lost the game. And I'm not at the point yet where I'm ready to blame Mike McCarthy. He's new, and he's got a lot to work on.
Yeah, it's not like
He's got a
getting
lot to work
fired.
on.
Like,
Yeah.
this isn't a fire the head coach deal in
Yeah.
Dallas. But the turmoil is getting, because it is Dallas.
It's toxic.
It's not on a level 5. It's on a level 10 because it is.
Yeah, we're
Dallas.
DEFCON 10. Like,
Yeah.
this is not good. What we're watching, what the Cowboys are doing is not good.
Who's coming up in their schedule? Pull up their schedule in a minute. Let's see who Dallas is playing, because let's just say, because they're 2-5 and they still are leading the NFC East, which is insane because the division's terrible. But let's say they go on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. You know,
But that's the
you
thing,
could
though.
have them
With their schedule, I honestly, I was talking to a friend of mine. I think maybe they have 2 wins remaining on the schedule. So next they play Washington, and I'm telling you, that's not a given.
It's not a given because it's that rivalry.
Correct. The Eagles,
Another rivalry.
the Steelers,
Oh no.
they will get destroyed.
So
by
let's
the
just say they
Steelers.
go 2. They win the next 2. They're 4-5, and then they got the Steelers coming up. If for some reason they can beat the Steelers in that game,
That would n-
faith will start to reinvent itself in the Dallas Cowboys.
look, and that's the thing. As you know, because you play sports, I play sports. Winning cures a lot.
Sure. That's what I'm saying.
When
if they
you-
go on a 4 or 5 game winning streak, you're going to be everybody. Cowboys are awesome instead of all this Cowboys.
Well, and that's the other problem I have too, is this expectation that not only myself but other people do of the Dallas Cowboys. If the Dallas Cowboys show any inkling that they're going to be good, they're all of a sudden like the best team in the NFL. And we need to stop
There's
that.
no middle ground. It's either
No.
they're awesome or they're terrible.
They're in comparison with the Browns, the Bills, these teams that have, the Lions, these teams that have struggled for a long time. So Cowboys fans needs to chill out with this expectation that this team is like there's a magic pill and they're all of a sudden going to get better. There's a lot of work they have
A lot
to
of
do.
work, especially with the comments going on. All right, well, we'll move on. But before we do, Grant, you got somebody to thank over here?
Well, we have a lot of people to thank.
Yeah?
Well, Lauren, she normally handles one of those for
Roy,
us.
we love you.
Roy,
Roy Stanton.
you know about Roy.
Yep.
Tell him a little bit about
get
Roy.
We'll get Construction Concepts in first.
So Construction Concepts, we want to thank Construction Concepts. Josh Mark, those guys over there, they are changing corporate culture one design at a time, from hospitality, corporate, luxury retail, and medical facilities. Their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectation. Give them a call at 713-589-2682. That's buildithouston.com.
Love those dudes over at Construction Concepts.
Do a
Obviously.
great job. Yeah,
Yep,
we thank
obviously.
them for their allowing us to do this.
Speaking of Construction Concepts and marketing them, did you win fantasy this week?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Did you see Lauren?
Well, that's why I won.
Oh, did you play her?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I won strictly because Lauren was not on top of her stuff.
Oh, man.
That's the
Lauren.
only reason. My fantasy football team was.
I'm gonna give Lauren a little bit of credit here.
She's going through a lot.
Maybe she's too busy for fantasy football.
She's busy. She's a busy girl.
Not here with us tonight.
She's got a lot going on. She's got a lot going on. But yeah, dude, that's the only reason I won. If I would play anybody else in our league, I would have gotten destroyed.
I'm doing pretty good in there now. I mean, I started a little low, but
Yeah.
and there's some guys back here. I don't know if anybody's watching this that can relate to this. They're doing a mid-season fantasy football draft.
Yeah, I want somebody to comment about that if you've ever heard of anything like that. A mid-season fantasy football
Like
league
just
draft. I've
starting
never heard
from
that.
mid-season.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
It's actually not a terrible idea. I've
Well, that's what
never
we're-
seen that.
Well, what we're talking about is what's the thought process behind that? Like, are you starting a new league? Is it still your same one? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask them once we get done. But we'll keep that up to date.
Yeah.
Let's move on after to the NFL. Look, Kansas City got back on track. That game was obviously played at 4:00 Central Time, 5
Yeah.
Eastern Time, which is 2:00 in the afternoon West Coast time.
Yeah.
Monday night football starting at 2
Yeah.
p.m. in LA. Wow. Kansas City looked to get back on track.
And they did.
I thought they looked. It was in the rain. They played the Bills, and Josh Allen didn't look that great.
And that's what I'm wondering is if we've all kind of overreacted
Remember, I
a little
told
bit
you
to
about
Josh
the game,
Allen.
the teams he was playing at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
It was cakewalk for him.
Yeah. I think unfortunately one of the things we do in sports is overreact, obviously. Things are really high, things are really low,
Yeah.
like we overreact, like I'm doing with the Cowboys. But yeah, I mean, we all remember Josh Allen was like MVP talk.
Yes.
Like that dude was like, he's going to take over MVP.
Yep.
They're going to roll through the AFC East. Like it's going to be a cakewalk. Now he's kind of come back to earth a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And it goes to show where and look, I didn't see much Le'Veon Bell at all. I don't know how they're working him into that whole system.
Yeah.
But
I think he has to do like COVID protocol stuff. That's why he didn't.
Edwards-Helaire looked great.
He looked fantastic.
He looked awesome. I don't know where Le'Veon Bell's going to fit into that scenario.
I don't know either, but this was one of the most anti-Andy Reid games I've ever seen. 26 rushes for Edwards-Helaire.
Yep.
161 yards. I mean, Patrick Mahomes only had, I say only, but he only had 225 yards. He was efficient, 21 to 26, but he only
It was
had
a
225
quiet game.
yards.
I watched the first. They came out the first half, and it was busy the first half. There was a little bit of rain. There was weather.
Yeah,
But the second half was slow.
yeah.
It was like maintaining. Just maintain the Bills, and they were good to go. And that's pretty much exactly what they did. They ran the ball. You didn't see a lot of Mahomes like crazy action. You didn't see a lot of deep throws where he's doing that. You had the Mahomes to Kelsey touchdown, but it was a normal Kansas City. It was a great game for them to get back on track.
Yeah, and I think it's a great game for them to maybe try. That's what's scary about it with Kansas City. You know they can kill you with the pass. Now you find out they could probably kill you with the run, too.
Yeah, it's bad.
And like you said, they haven't even had Le'Veon Bell out there. Imagine if they put Le'Veon Bell out there.
We'll see. I mean,
It'll be interesting to see where he fits in. But, yeah, like we were talking about, Josh Allen, 14 of 27, 122 yards. Passing.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's bad.
Whoa.
2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had a QB rating of 73.4.
What
Not
teams he
good.
play for?
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. No, I tell you what about
Guys.
Buffalo. That was Buffalo weather.
Yeah, and look, that was exactly my point. Is that the weather doesn't get better
No, it
for
doesn't.
Buffalo the rest of the season.
No, it doesn't.
So if Josh Allen is not used to this weather, son, sorry, it's gonna be a long day.
Do you think, since what you've seen of Kansas City so far, are they still or would they be considered your
I've
Super Bowl
seen-
favorite
well,
at this
that-
point?
Kind of no. No,
No?
not at all. They're beatable. We've seen that.
Yeah,
They can
Raiders
get
did it.
beat.
Yeah.
And I think there's film on them, and there's film on Mahomes now to where you can keep him like at least sustainable. Where look, 31's not an incredible number. I forgot the Raiders what they put up on them, but it was something that Kansas
It was
City
some
still
crazy
put.
number. I know that.
Yeah, it was like 38-31 or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
But the Raiders were able to get at them. I think one of these teams like the Steelers, and we're going to get into that in a minute, dude, those guys are – you put a good defense up against Kansas City, they might have some big, big trouble.
Well, and that's what Steelers have.
Yeah.
And we'll.
Before we get
we'll
into that,
discuss
we'll get into Derrick Henry destroying the Houston Texans. And what I mean by that is exactly what I just said. Derrick Henry destroying the Houston Texans. 212 yards. This 92-yard sprint that he had was unbelievable. This guy's huge, and he outran the entire Texans defense. The game was actually really close. I mean, of
Yeah, it was
course,
a good game.
Of course, when you see the highlights or whatever, it looks like the Titans just destroyed the Texans, which
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah.
The Texans hung in there for a while. I don't know, because Romeo Crennel, that's his second game. Deshaun Watson now has 7 TD passes in the last 2 games, and he had 6 total before Bill O'Brien got fired. So at least they're out there trying to do something different.
Well, and that's the thing, I think, from a Texans standpoint, if you're a Texans fan, you have to be – it's almost like the air, like it's kind of – like whatever's been pushing them down has been let go.
Yeah, it looks like they're just out there having fun again and trying to play football.
Correct, yeah.
You know?
But, yeah, Derrick Henry, though, that dude – man, I'll tell you what, Tennessee – we're talking about Pittsburgh. We're talking about Kansas City. Tennessee's pretty good, too. I mean, in the NFL, you can control the clock. They're an AFC championship last year. They can control the clock, run the football. Tannehill's not terrible.
Tannehill's great. If you look at his numbers, he's up there top 5.
I mean, he's not terrible. He's not losing them football games. And when you run the football like they do, that's all you want. You don't want your quarterback to lose you a football game.
What did he throw for 304 touchdowns? And then you have Derrick Henry running 212 yards. When I mean, they really don't have a weakness on offense.
They don't. I mean, well, they don't have anything on offense.
Oh, you know what though? They lost their left tackle. That's right.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
He's out for the season.
ACL.
I mean, I hope he gets better. But
Tyler Lewin.
Yeah, that is a huge loss for them.
That's a huge loss. Yes.
So if they can slide somebody over there, get in there, that'll help out. But
one of the benefits for them, Tannehill can run the football, though. I mean, Tannehill's not a pocket quarterback. That dude can run the football.
Tannehill's a viable quarterback. The kid's amazing.
Played wide receiver in college.
Picked him up for my fan. He's athletic. People don't understand that. He's very athletic. I mean, dude, look what he's doing. They're 5-0, and they face the 5-0 Steelers coming up this week, which is going to be the most impressive game on the schedule. Looking forward, we'll talk about it more Thursday. But 5-0 Steelers, 5-0 Titans. That's going to be fun to watch.
Tannehill, 30 of 41, 364 yards.
Wow.
4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 122 rating. That's like top.
Dude, that's phenomenal. That.
And then you've got Derrick Henry running 212 yards.
Yeah, dude, just taking off for a 92-yard burst.
And then their defense obviously struggled a little bit. Watson went off 335, 138 rating. So, but Tennessee's a
There's
tough
a lot
team.
of talk right now about the Texans trading. A ton of talk, especially J.J. Watt. It's out there that they want to trade a couple people and get draft picks. But
Hey, look, they're 1-5. You got Tennessee at 5-0. They're 1-5. I think
they're
they're kind of
done.
out of it
They're
at this
done for
point.
the season.
So I think you need to look forward to next season.
So there's a lot of
they don't
talk
have any
about-
draft picks. They don't have any of that.
Yeah,
So
we'll get into it a little bit more on Thursday's show. So you guys make sure you pay attention to Thursday's show. We'll have all the upcoming games, and
Yeah.
we'll go over a little Texans trade talk for
Yeah.
sure. Another one that was big was Cam Newton coming back, and the Patriots fell, and they look like shit.
Well, the only thing I'll say about that, look, Cam Newton was out because of COVID protocol. So you got to look at it this way. Cam basically the last 2 weeks has practiced maybe 2 or 3 times. So, and he looked like it. I mean, he didn't play well.
He was terrible.
It's weird to see a Belichick team. You know who can beat Bill Belichick? COVID. COVID can
That
beat Bill
might be the only
Belichick.
person?
That might be the only thing that can beat Bill Belichick because they just look like a different team the last couple games because of all this COVID situation. They
a
don't
lot of
look
these things
good.
can change, though. Like, look, we're dissecting it. We just got through week 6, right? There's 16 games in the NFL season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we still have 10 more. And a lot of these teams can turn a lot of these things around.
Yes.
But there's so many teams that are so bad that they're already almost winning their divisions like sole-handedly.
Correct.
You know, like the Jets, I've never seen. I'm gonna say it again. Never seen a worse team in NFL football.
No.
This team
God,
is.
please no.
And I'm shocked that Adam Gase still has a job.
There's something. I mean,
He must have something on the owners.
well, I mean,
In
maybe
a
they're waiting until next
compromising
year.
position
Look,
or whatever,
They're obviously
compromising
front
photos.
runners for Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence. Like they are the front runners.
So what do you think if you're Sam Darnold? Do you even care at this point?
No.
Like, do
Sam
you
Darnold's
care?
leaving. He's going to get traded. Something like we'll see how it all works out. But they are the front runners for Trevor Lawrence. That is going to be the talk. Is Trevor Lawrence going to pull an Eli Manning and say, "I demand going somewhere else. I will not play for the Jets."
That would be crazy. Well, of course, it depends on who the coach is. By that time, I'm sure he's not going to be the coach anymore. So as far as Gase, he's not going to be their coach. They're going to make some moves at that point. So who knows? It depends on the coach and who that is. But I tell you what was great. I don't know if you saw this, but I think it was Jeremiah Ledbetter from the New Jersey, from the Jets. I think it was Ledbetter. I can't remember the Jets player who it was, but it was a defensive tackle. He was traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were in Miami playing. He did not take the flight back. He rented a car and drove to Tampa Bay. That's how excited he was to go to Tampa Bay.
Damn.
Like, they traded him, and, like, he didn't even fly back.
He's like, nope.
He's like, no,
going
I'm
now."
just going to go straight to Tampa Bay. Like, people are excited to get out of New York.
Speaking of Tampa Bay, we can jump right into that. Did not see this coming.
Me neither.
They destroyed the Packers.
Me neither.
Like it was embarrassing.
I didn't see that either.
It was. The Packers had been playing so well all season. Aaron Rodgers looked like MVP candidate.
Yes.
Like they have just been on fire. Like it's just been amazing. Ran into Tampa Bay and man, Tampa Bay made them look terrible.
Well, and that's what we're talking about.
38-10.
38-10.
Woo!
And that's what we talk about, having knee-jerk
I
reaction.
sound like Josh Reddick. Woo!
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
That's where we talk about these knee-jerk reactions to the season because, I mean, maybe Green Bay wasn't as good as everybody thought they
Yeah,
were.
exactly.
But does this indicate that Green Bay is a bad team? No, I don't think Green Bay is a bad team. Maybe they just weren't as good as everybody thought they were. But, I mean, really what won the football game for Tampa Bay, they're not going to get on the scoreboard, was their defense.
Yes.
I mean, their defense.
Ndamukong Suh, and I mentioned this, if you guys watch us on iVox News, we do our 2 to 5 minute shows. Go to iVoxNews.com. We have our 2 to 5 minute updates every single day for you guys to go
Yep.
over there and check them out. They're
Check it out.
amazing.
Yes.
It basically recaps the day of sports, any breaking news that's coming up. But I had mentioned something about how Aaron Rodgers and Ndamukong Suh got into it. Like bad, not once, not twice, but like 3 separate times.
Yeah.
Their defense just hounded him. Like hounded him.
If I told you this was Aaron Rodgers, like you would think I was talking about somebody else. Aaron Rodgers, 16 to 35, 160 yards passing, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 35.4.
Go!
That's Aaron Rodgers.
That's
I just
crazy.
read you Aaron Rodgers stats.
And if you wanted to create a rivalry between Rodgers and Brady, trying to like drum up something, you know, in their elderly careers,
elderly career.
like that doesn't look good for Rodgers.
No.
Brady was probably just his normal fantastic self, but Rodgers
Brady was average. 17-27, 166, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 104.9.
Man, he just managed a game that his
Yeah.
defense took over.
Correct.
And that's generally, if you see a lot of Super Bowl champions, that's what happens.
He
You
didn't
just
have
see-
to do anything.
Yeah, you just if your defense does stuff like that and you give you a short field all the time,
Yeah.
you don't have to do much.
I mean, Tom Brady's at a point in his career where he just wants to. He went to Tampa Bay, I'm sure, because he wants to manage the game, make sure that he doesn't mess
That's
up, help them win.
And listen,
and that's
if
what they do.
they're 4-2 now. If his defense stays like that, they're
I mean,
back
their
in the talk.
defense-
They're back in the talk of because I went off them for a little bit, of course, but like if their defense plays like that, they're back in the talk of going to the Super Bowl.
Well, when you talk about that division, the NFC South, Atlanta's out of it, obviously. New Orleans Saints, who knows what they already have one up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then you got Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers okay,
They're not bad.
but Tampa Bay could easily do that.
Carolina Panthers. Just speaking of them, it doesn't look like McCaffrey will be back this week. Probably another week. They're gonna have to wait till he gets back, which is huge news. I mean, they need him
They do.
real bad. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, but McCaffrey, for my fantasy purposes only, you need to come back.
For your
Aces
fantasy, yeah.
for my fantasy
That's all that
purposes
matters. We don't
only.
care about you. We just care about that.
No, hell no.
But yeah, dude. I mean, Tampa Bay defense is tough.
We can get into the Steelers for a minute. We talked about them. I picked them from the very beginning of the season to be flat out phenomenal, and they are. Running game's on point. They've got this new rookie, bro. This wide receiver. Claypool is phenomenal, man.
Pittsburgh is unbelievable at drafting receivers I've never heard of. Out of college.
Roethlisberger's got another target. You put Juju Smith-Schuster out there. This dude Claypool out there.
James
The tight ends
Washington.
are playing good. They're running with Connor's playing. I mean, dude, and Roethlisberger's healthy and looks to be throwing the ball well. They're right up there in Super Bowl talks, like for real. Like
And
it's
just
going to
think-
start. The Pittsburgh Steelers talks about them going to Super Bowl will start soon. They're 5-0. The Titans are 5-0, and they face this weekend. If the Steelers beat the Titans handedly, you're going to start talking about them as Super Bowl favorite.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're not already. But what's crazy is just a couple years ago, Mike Tomlin was on the hot seat.
Yeah, right?
He was on the hot because
And it
of all
wasn't
that
his fault
Antonio
because
Brown
but
situation.
it was injuries, and then he had off-field issues with Antonio Brown,
Yeah.
off-field issues with Roethlisberger as well.
Correct.
And then boom, you never knew that Schuster would come out and do what he's doing.
No.
Had no clue.
No.
And now they have Claypool coming out and doing what he's doing. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys are explosive. They're an incredible team. Incredible.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger, that game, 14 of 22, 162. Not great, but, that's good. I mean, he didn't.
Again, the defense.
Yes. And you have James Conner, 20 rushes, 101 yards. It's funny, no matter who it is, this team's Pittsburgh Steelers team is always the same. They run the football, hard-nosed defense. Ben Roethlisberger helps when he needs to, makes big plays when he needs to, and that's what they do. And then you have on the other side Baker Mayfield.
He's hurt.
Mayfield.
No, he's hurt. He's hurt. He's injured. He's just trying to play through it. You will find out soon, if not before this Sunday, that they will take him out. He's hurt.
Well, he's hurt, yes.
I think it was week 3. Remember when he got crushed and
Yeah.
it was like his play, like he grabbed
Yeah.
his chest and stuff. I was like, oh, it might be separated shoulder.
He's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. I think he's gonna take him out.
He's hurt, but it's still. I mean, Baker needs to play better than he's playing. He's got too many weapons around him.
He doesn't sound the same on the microphone.
What?
He's not that cocky guy.
No.
I woke up excellence. Like
Yeah,
he's not that
no.
dude. Like
He's not that. He had
a
119 passing yards, 54.9.
lot of QBs
rating.
under 200 this week.
Yeah, it was defense, man. Defense is. Yeah.
Where are we at? Speaking of the World Series, they don't have it playing right now. I
Yeah,
gotta
they
look and
don't.
see if it's on.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
they do.
it's 0-0, end of the second.
Yeah.
I guess Kershaw and Glasnow are going at it. Good for them. Got any history for us?
I
we
do,
gotta
man.
think. Gotta think.
Don't do it, man. You know it. You know it. Come on now. Don't do this. You know it. You've said it before. It's disappointing.
Tosin.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, we want to thank Tosa, man. He's responsible for this segment here. Texas AV Productions is his company. Texas AV Productions is your event partner for all things live production, setup, designing, installation, corporate events, concerts, and touring support. If you mention Sports with Balls, you will receive a free consultation plus 10% off your total bill. Call them at 281-241-7520 and check them out online at txavpro.com. They got 20 years of experience, and they can make any event unforgettable.
Tosin.
They can throw a party, man. All right.
Told you.
So,
Divorce party.
so
You know,
we'll
I
throw a
said
party
that,
for the
but-
for the wedding, and then we'll throw a party for the
Yeah,
divorce.
so I mean, I'm already planning the divorce.
That's
so.
cool, man.
I
That's
mean,
good. Hey,
listen,
you need to plan
I
ahead.
need to check my Bumble or Hinge.
There's
I
a
need to check one of
50%.
those.
Hey, look, there's a 50% chance that'll happen.
Yeah, man.
That's just the way it goes, dude. There's a
Awesome.
50% chance that'll happen.
Cool. Did you know? Got some history for us?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up?
So October 20th is the date today, correct? Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You got it.
October 20th.
11 days till Ricky Bobby, my dog's birthday, and Halloween.
Nice. Ricky Bobby. How old will Ricky Bobby be?
15.
Damn.
15.
That's a
getting
good
up there.
life.
Oh, dude, he's been killing it.
That's
man.
a good life,
He's
man.
great.
October 20th, 1963. Did you know that Jim Brown, at that time, set the NFL single-season rushing record with 1,863 yards?
That's 1,800. Well, they ran the ball a ton back then.
He held it until O.J. Simpson broke it in 1973 with 2,003 yards.
and then Eric Dickerson.
So the current record is Eric Dickerson, 2,105, and he set that record in 1984.
And I cannot believe. I mean, listen, we all know that the NFL changes its format to flag football right now,
Yeah.
but I'm shocked that still stands.
Me too.
Shocked.
I mean, people have gotten close to it.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
have gotten close to
There's
it.
been, was it Emmett that was 3 yards short? Somebody was 3 yards short.
No, I think it was wasn't Chris
Adrian
Johnson?
Peterson or Chris Johnson? It
Yeah.
might have been Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
3 yards short.
Yeah. October 20th,
What happened
1970.
to that guy?
But man,
Whoa!
disappeared.
Just
Remember, he was like the
whoop.
best running back. Like he
Yeah.
was going to be like,
And
oh,
then
and then
gone.
yeah, left. October 20th, 1976. Did you know the New York Nets, Julius Dr. J. Irving, was sold to the Philadelphia 76ers?
Damn.
Ended up playing 11 seasons with Philly, won a championship with them in 1983.
Yep.
Dr. J.
He was great.
So we'll bring this up, of course, Dodgers, first game of the World Series. Did you know October 20th, 1988, the LA Dodgers beat the Oakland A's in baseball's 85th World Series, 4-1?
That was their first World Series win.
They have not.
not their first
it's
one.
not
That was
their,
their
it was their
last-
last
their
one.
last
I was
one.
going to say they have
Yeah.
not won a World Series since. They've been to 3 of them since then.
Yes, this is their third out of 4 years,
Yes.
and we talked about it at the top of the show. If the Dodgers do not win this World Series, like
They're the Buffalo Bills of the
dude,
major
it's
leagues.
terrible. That would be
Yes.
so bad to have this team to go. That was in the history of baseball. I don't know if that's happened.
I don't know either.
Had to-
I'd have to look that
Yeah,
up.
there you
Yeah.
go, another one for your history segment.
But yeah, that would be colossal. Because
Oh.
the Dodgers have no reason to lose this World
Zero.
Series.
Zero.
No. October 20th, 1990. Did you know the World Series Cincinnati Reds, Big Red Machine,
Yep.
beat the Oakland A's 2-1 in Game 4 at Oakland Alameda County Stadium to sweep Oakland and win the Reds. You know, that was their 5th title. Cincinnati Reds, 5th
Big Red
World Series
Machine?
title.
Damn.
MVP was Reds pitcher Jose Rio. You know, I
And
looked
you
up
still
that.
don't have Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame,
No,
bro.
I looked up that
God.
team. Man, that team: Eric Davis, Barry Larkin,
Yeah.
Craig Sabo.
That's when we were kids and you first started collecting
Correct.
baseball cards. You were like, "Oh man, Eric
Yes.
Davis was the bomb." You know?
Yeah.
he had the swing before Ken Griffey Jr. came in and had the
Yes,
swing.
yeah. So I just, and this also brought back memories too. October 20th, 1992, the first baseball series game played outside the United States. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Atlanta Braves 3-2 in Game 3 at Skydome. The Blue Jays ended up winning that series 4-2, and it was their first of 2 in a row.
Damn.
Remember
Damn.
the Joe Carter?
Yeah, of course.
That was fantastic.
Of course.
And then one more, October 20th, 2004, American League Championship. Boston Red Sox come back from down 0-3 to beat the New York Yankees 4-3. Of course, they end up going on and winning the World Series in St. Louis in 4 games, the first time they won a World Series since 1918.
Yeah, that was the break of the curse of the Bambino.
Yep, that
Yeah.
was it.
And
And then we do have a birthday today.
The worst playoff series in Yankees history.
Oh, I mean, you're up 3 games, 3-0.
against your rival. It was
and
terrible.
you lose the next 4. But big birthday today, October 20th, 1931. Mickey Mantle was born
Mick.
in
Speaking of-
Spavinaw, Oklahoma.
Speaking of the
Died in
Yankees.
1995.
Damn, the Mick.
There you go. There's your
Listen,
history.
we're
You're
running
welcome.
up against it. It's 8 o'clock. Want to thank a couple people. Joe Applewhite, Realty. Appreciate you.
Construction
Mark
Concepts.
Boardman, Josh Wiseman, Construction Concept. Thank you, Tosin.
Building up Houston, Tosin. If you want to put on a concert, let Tosin know. He can do it
We're
for
sorry that we didn't have Lauren here.
you. Yeah.
She's busy and
Don't be mad at us. Like when I see you and be like, hey, so I was watching last night. Where was the girl at? Like,
yeah.
first off, her name's Lauren. And then second off, she just couldn't make it tonight.
She'll be back Thursday. And
Yeah.
Thursday, we will get into a lot more stuff, man. Look, check us out on iVoxNews.com. Check us out on Facebook.com, Sports with Balls. We have all of on iVox News, we got daily updates, 2 to 5 minutes long. They're just little tidbits on what went on the day before of breaking news or anything. We're there every single day. And plus, these shows will be up there, plus a lot more content from us. Everything, of course, will be on Facebook.
iVoxNews.com.
We'll be on Instagram. This Thursday, we actually will have our Twitch coming up. Got a lot of things going on. We'll get back to you guys on Thursday. Jeff Michael, Grant Miles, Lauren Leal. We'll see you guys Thursday. Sports with Balls.
Peace.
We out.
Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on 4. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we